É que este Celta de Vigo ainda não venceu em casa para a Barcelona. O Barça vem desse empate a 3 na Bélgica, frente ao... Quinta-feira aplicou 3-0 em Zagreb, frente ao Dinamo, para a Liga Europa.
Uma das equipas vence, ou pelo menos que haja golos, haja emoção. A percentagem de sucesso para a equipa do Celta.
Jogam Radu, Manu Fernandes, Starfelt e Marcos Alonso.
Outra, se olharmos para a mesma competição e se olharmos para o jogo.
Radu vai para o banco e também de Ferran Torres regressam Kubarsi, que também não está às baixas. Radu recuperou de um problema no pulso.
In 2015 against Luis
at Celta at the time.
Wow. Well, we're underway. Dani Olmo. De Jong.
Who I suspect might not be at Celta for very much longer. His contract's up at the end of the season.
Later on, if that was a
team there and has been really, really fantastic at Celta.
One of a handful of former Barcelona.
Olmo is going to be the deeper of the two between him and Ferran. The argument being that it's not so much about where the line is, it's about the way in which they were being caught. As I say, and I think Flick understands enough to prevent the other side from releasing the passes into...
Yamal towards Araujo, Lewandowski. And there he is, Dani Olmo.
And I'll double check this, but I would assume it would be for Fermín.
Well, he does go for the near. Down the left-hand side, Moranit's got away from him and Alejandro Balde has to clear it over the crossbar, but now the ref...
Rashford and Lewandowski are there. There is Rashford.
He's brought down by Mingueza for Radu. Dropped to Fermín and the form that he's been in. You can understand him going for the shot. It will be a corner. And Radu gets a hand onto it, but just enough power from Robert Lewandowski. Barcelona take the lead under the rain. It's his fifth.
He would be, I think, justified.
Oh, he's found Marcus Rashford. His mistake from the other end. Borja Iglesias, I think they've beaten the offside trap. It's going to be a one-on-one. It's taken a long time to finish, but he does. Celta equalise. It's Sergio Carreira, of all people, who's burst through. And it's a hectic start to a game that we anticipated was going to...
And then keeps going, who's arriving from behind, who's most likely to... And so, last year after Clasico, when they caught...
Back on the attack here, and the shot flashes just over the crossbar. Well, it's really enough time to really...
Actually, you know what? This is so well worked. It's so well timed. The mechanics are so well done. Something that Claudio Giraldez was talking about. As he said that,
and you can see there, Borja Iglesias coming from deep. He was sort of the decoy. Borja Iglesias, off the long distance shot. Szczesny must have been off his line. Finds Borja Iglesias.
To find out if your adjustments are all in exactly the right place.
Rashford.
Then you ask that question, well, should you do something else for the time being at least? Brilliant doing this last year.
And very close to...
recently.
Yes, it's one to hold off.
And so even the passes I might make, well, they've been foreseen by the defenders.
Any other clubs who want to get things right in terms of management.
Closer to the Celta area is largely working pretty well so far.
Garcia. Side. De Jong. Lewandowski's making the run into the box. Rashford accelerates. Moriba again with some strong defending. Lamine Yamal comes away with that. He wants the ball into space. Borja Iglesias. Oh, it's another. Lamine Yamal. Carreira. Good touch for him. Garcia. Will take on Marcos Alonso. In space for Carreira.
To remove any doubt whatsoever that he recognised that he...
Back by Lamine. From him.
Quite often to finish from really not very much. Season are definitely there. Obviously, a big part of that is about injury. He's playing 1-1 Celta.
And last week they scored in the 90s by Marcos Alonso, and it could be punished by Fermín. It's a brilliant challenge by Leish Moriba. Rashford strikes the post. Lewandowski with a follow-up, and somehow the ball hasn't ended up in the back of the net. Moriba again with some strong defending. Lamine Yamal I've suffered it before. And Rashford, it's a good ball from Rashford, and Lewandowski, well, he's found the only gap available to him through the legs of Radu. It was point-blank range, and nothing that Radu could do about that one. In a way.
For it to be done with any real precision.
Looking for Guarci. Almost finds Dani Olmo.
Gonna be a yellow, surely. It's really, really impressive.
Which probably is.
That provokes the contact.
Borja Iglesias! Wow, what a finish! Well, Jutgla will claim the assist, but really, that was all about the venom, the play. Rashford to Valle.
It's not to say he won't ever do it, but it's not his natural inclination.
There, the way that he was undetected. Is there still time for another?
I think that every time he gets the ball, there seems to be at least a couple in front of him.
Rashford. Rashford. Another ball into the right position, and Lamine Yamal, well, he's powered it past Radu. He got a hand onto it again. The Romanian Olmo.
The third goal.
Mingueza. Overcut the pass, but it was perfectly weighted. Now Pablo Duran.
Well, we're going to have at least 45 minutes more of it, and I'm looking forward to it. The swinger that drops in behind, but of course what's happening with the area.
Well, there's been a substitution at home. Fermín, play back to Eddie because he's gone down.
For a full return. 14 of them are Academy products, 12 of them are Galicians.
Very long spell of possession from the visitors. Yamal's lost out.
Took over from her father, and I think she was being very, very clear. So at heart, what I'm saying is that it's not always quite as clear-cut as it sometimes what their identity was going to be.
The ball looking, keep the shot. It's won back by Moriba.
There's a really good example of it. So Barcelona lose the ball on the edge of the area. You know, it's a bit of a cliche to talk about hunger and desire, but I think those things are probably true with young players.
Lamine Yamal. He's looking for that opening.
Incredibly quick. And the other actually is to come and receive and then run at them. So he doesn't.
Carrera had a couple of options to play the ball to Duran. The box. Meanwhile, the move continues. Rashford looking to thread a clever ball through to Lamine Yamal, and eventually Rojas blows his whistle.
Like a more traditional 4-3-3.
About it, wasn't there? When
absolutely.
Now you know everything about everybody that comes onto the field.
The pass was obvious, and it was obvious enough that Borja Iglesias knew which one from the second division, but really and truly in truth in Spain, that doesn't get noticed from La Liga. I think it's actually about giving him, if you like, the reward.
This is the run of Valle to cut in field. Shot takes it a switching play.
It's that it's so often him.
Rashford almost. Yamal. Wait for Warsaw. He's onside, but
Rete di passaggi, alla fine ancora Vesino con l'apertura.
I mean, a chance to run at the Celta defence.
I left me thinking we need to find a way of getting beyond that pressure.
De Jong. It's a space for Del Olmo. Will be Marcus Rashford. Rashford corner. The header at the near post, and it's gone in. And it's Robert Lewandowski. A hat-trick for him. Scored with a penalty, a volley, and now a header. All of them first time.
20 minutes to go.
This game, a bit of breathing space for Barca. Can they make it? Aspas. Long shot. Will be a worrying sign for the Barca with a bit more of a chance of getting something. They are missing in the second half as it's an invited
Journalist. Wow, look at these fans, they're lovely. Peace out.
Meanwhile, Diego Aspas.
You know, while he's on the floor, tread on him. And it's a very, you know what, I now.
Starfelt makes the challenge. That's Bass.